So, all right, moving on to our next topic at hand. This is in regards to E3. Hey, fancy that. But particularly Activision. This is written on GameIndustry.biz, written by Brendan Sinclair. No show floor booth for Activision at E3. E3 floor plans revealed. Another big player has left the LLCC show floor. EA returned with a private meeting room. Activision's on again, off again relationship with the E3 show floor is off again. As noted by Reset Error user Rosti, the E3 exhibitor site has floor plans for this year's show at the Los Angeles Convention Center, with all the largest booth spaces accounted for and the Call of Duty company not among them. An Activision representative confirmed the company's plan, saying, "While we don't have a traditional space on the show floor, we look forward to participating at E3 across a number of activities. Instead of a booth, Activision will be talking with partners in private meeting rooms upstairs at the LCC, much as they did in 2016. Activision also skipped entirely in 2008. This was a smaller than usual edition of E3 and the first one back at the LLCC after 1 year sojourn in nearby Santa Monica." So the reason why I brought this up is because this year's E3, as far as like who's there, who's not there, Sony not there. No booth, no presence at all. They made it clear, and the show floor plans has provided that. Activision also, they said they won't be there presenting wise, but they will be making some plans or partner wise in terms of meeting rooms. I believe the other big one. I mean, EA's always they've been doing their own thing, outside.
EA's kind of just they're only just doing like a streaming thing for Twitch.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I'm pretty sure I'm forgetting somebody, but like it's from the outset, like you start to wonder like what will E3 change again to fit what they want to do for now.
In a weird turn of events, Nintendo was the company that saw the writing on the wall first. Every other company started to understand it, but only after. And I don't think that this is, correlation is not causation, but I find it very fucking amusing that all these companies started realizing how bad it is to put on a press conference because of how it looks and the mess ups and all kinds of stuff, thanks to fucking Devolver Digital. Ramen, have you had the pleasure of watching Devolver Digital's conferences?
Yeah, I actually like them because like they're not meant to be taken seriously, and they kind of
they're satire.
Yeah, exactly. Satire. It's satire on like press conferences. And, like,
satire is best done when it proves a point and makes a point and makes change. Yeah. And if there's not anything that's happening right now at E3 other than change, I don't know what the fuck is. It is so much better for these companies to just go, hey, we're just going to have a digital like thing where we are able to show off what we want in a pre-recorded video, so that way any fuck-ups can be edited out. And I think that's way fucking smarter. It's been working for Nintendo for years. Sony's like, fuck E3, we're doing our own thing. Mm-hmm. The state of play thing is brilliant. Makes sense.
They've pretty much taken the same format as Nintendo has with their Direct.
Right.
Yes, I commend Activision for being like, fuck it, we're out.
Yeah.
It is weird to me that they're not doing a show floor sort of thing. They're just doing like behind closed doors for press. Mm-hmm. That's a little strange, but the extra shit, I get it. I totally get it. I
mean, like, even then, though, like, the whole thing about E3 is that, okay, it was supposed to be open to the to everybody, so you can go check out all these, like, new games, and that's a really awesome way to market. But now it's just press and maybe investors and, like, whatnot now. So, a lot of that flair has worn off now.
Well, it's also, they're starting to introduce public tickets for people to buy and actually attend. So it's kind of weird that they're going in that direction. Like, maybe it's something they want to get into in that direction. Like, maybe make it to another PAX, but they're not too sure themselves. I'm not sure if you read the article that Rowdy put up of the ongoing behind the scenes of the ESA and how messed up how disorganized they are when it comes to E3 and that whole shindig. It seems like they don't know what they're doing. It seems like they're trying to figure it out as they go. And especially with these big name players starting to pull out for this year, who can I talk today? Next year may be a different story, but like in terms of this year, like it's a telling thing that hey, some of the big companies that usually there are not going to be there, and why should they? Because they cost a lot of money, and the only reason why they would go is because E3 is a big enough name that to showcase their games at. When realistically you can provide your own day, and you can have all the media attention come to you, than rather than do a thing at E3.
There's modern evidence of E3 hype like helping a game immensely. Cuphead.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that is very true. Yeah.
So it could be worth it for them. It could be worth it for a lot of studios. I know that. Funny enough, fucking Limited Run's gonna be there.
Yeah, I saw that too, actually.
Okay, well, see, how about this though? Okay, so what if it's just maybe just like a lot of these higher name devs and publishers are pulling out because they just don't have anything to really show, because we're at this whole cusp of a new generation of consoles that could be coming out within, I mean, like what people are talking about, like within the next like year, maybe 2 years, 3, whatever, So it's like so maybe it's like, all right, like we're still trying to build this stuff on this new hardware. We want to make it look good. We want to be a part of this whole huge blowout of these new consoles in the next generation. So maybe they're just people are just holding their cards close.
That might be the case, but even in that regard, if you could have made that argument about a lot of different studios that have backed out, but not entirely backed out. Again, this is a huge aspect. Activision has never had a press conference. They've never had a press conference.
Yeah.
What they've used is Microsoft or Sony's conferences to show off their new games.
Yeah.
The fact that Microsoft is the only of the big three that are going to have a conference is A, very telling of the times, but also B, kind of makes sense why Activision's doing what they're doing. It's it for me, it comes down to the idea that it's not so much that they're holding their cards close to their chest. It's more to the idea that they understand the state of E3 and the world when it comes to advertising your game. Yeah. And it does not make sense to me that they would do that, only in the aspect that they know that building hype helps the game when it comes out.
Yeah.
However, I will argue this. Building hype too early and then continuously delaying the game loses interest on game.
Agreed.
For example, fucking Skull and Bones.
I would also say Crackdown 3 is also another example of this.
Yeah, Crackdown 3. Yeah.
Sure. Crackdown 3 less so, just because it was announced about a year before it came out.
Mm-hmm.
Give or take.
Right.
But like there are examples of it, like, don't announce your game too early situation.
Yeah, it's like The Last Guardian in like 12 years later.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, that's very true.
We're also seeing a surge in shit just coming out. Just
absolutely
releasing, and then no fucking hype. Like Apex Legends is successful because of it. Mm-hmm. So I think a lot of these studios are seeing the fucking the positivity in just making a game and release it. Yeah. If you don't build hype for it, you take there's two advantages you take. You take the advantage of a game just coming out and people going, oh, well, I'll check it out because I didn't know anything about it. And then you also have the ability to pay less money in advertising to pay high-profile streamers to play your game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Everyone's like, oh, Ninja got paid $1 million to play Apex Legends. And? Do you know how much fucking EA would have spent on advertising? Way the fuck over.
Way more than that, yeah. Because it's like, okay, like the way that I can kind of see this going, like the way I would kind of like it to kind of go is like, okay, there's no more conferences. but have like this time of year just still be like that
I agree.
gamer Christmas for everybody. Like, okay, everybody has their streams, their announcements, their directs, or whatever else, what have you, all be streamed. They all save money. Company saves money. They save the time, and then just do it online and create the hype then. But make this